Yeah. There's one story in Doghouse Roses called Tandytown, and that's the one example where there's a direct parallel. And the way that worked is I wrote a version of the song, and then I wrote that story, and I hadn't recorded the song yet, and I had a clearer idea of who the character was after the exercise of writing the short story. So I went back and rewrote the song, and the version that I recorded was the new improved version that I rewrote after writing the short story. So the two things kind of work together. Oh yeah, absolutely. I spent the last half an hour squinting in bright sunlight at my iPhone trying to find a meeting tonight. So yeah, I go to meetings. I call my sponsor. I do all that shit. Hey.
I've heard that you've gone through a lot of scrutiny in Nashville because of your addiction. How was it to live through that?
Well, I wasn't on the addicts in Nashville. And, but I mean, it's one of those things, addicts think they're invisible. And, I used to drive down 16th Avenue smoking crack, and I thought nobody saw me. And the truth was, everybody saw me. And, so I don't even think about that. I mean, if you're, the reason there are so many drug addicts in jails in the United States, the reason people are getting rich locking them up, is because we're easy to catch. And, they make a lot of money doing it, and we're really, where we're going to be every fucking day. And, it's, we're obviously easier to catch than Osama bin Laden. That took a while. And I don't even think about it in those terms. I mean, I would have been an addict if I'd been, a plumber. I really do believe that. It's kind of runs in my family. It skips generations here and there, but it's on both sides. And it took me a long time to succumb to it, I guess. But, in some ways when I think about it. But it also, the first time I shot dope, it was me and 3 or 4 other people, and I was the only one that didn't throw up. I should have known right there to never, ever do it again. And I've got 2 choices, to be a recovering addict or to be, an active addict or locked up addict or dead. I don't, that's just the way I was kind of, I think, God got up one day and decided he was going to make a dope fiend to just figure out how I was going to work it out. And for me, it's, it's what I've got to live with. I don't miss, getting high. I don't miss, hanging out in joints. I still play in them sometimes. But that's just because, my disease is pretty smart now. It's one of those things, and I don't take it for granted. I still do all that stuff. And one of the worst things I could do would be sit around and try to feel victimized because of anything anybody said about me while I was in the process of shooting myself in the foot. It's one of those things. So.